G'day guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. I know it's been a good while, but I thought I'd just jump on here and make a video of what I got at the 53rd Amra Model Train Expo on the weekend. Yes, I know I'm a bit late to the party and people have already started releasing their videos, but so bad. We'll start off with one of the smaller items I got. I got these on-track models containers. I can't remember who the seller was, but they were selling these containers and normal ones. The normal price for the twin packs of these that aren't the Holden ones are were 40, but because these are the Holden containers, it's extra price for licensing or some bullcrap the guy said. But yeah, anyway, I picked up two ESU Lock Pilot 21-pin DCC decoders because I now only run DCC. I'm not a DC guy anymore. I've got my own DCC system now. I use the NCE Power Cab. Very good DCC starter set. Very user-friendly. Okay, so first off, loco-wise, I bought this, which is a CLF2. Yes, I bought a CLF, which this was way cheaper than my CLP. Hang on a second, I'll go get it. Okay, so here is my CLP, which is a CLP12 in the SSR primer. So for this, I paid about $420, $460. I can't remember the exact price. Yes, it is a factory DCC sound, like from Oxygen. You can see on the back of it there. It's got the model, bloody blah 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 blah. Quick description, product number, the scale and stuff, and then it's got the lock sound version 5. It's a ESU Lock Pilot version 5 decoder in this. And yeah, so I bought the CLF to run with my CLP because I'm slowly building up my CLP and CLF collection. Next up will probably be a CL. I wouldn't mind a Oztrain CL17, as she's the one that's reserved with Streamliners Australia. But yeah, that's totally off topic. The next thing I bought, apart from the CLF logo-wise, was this NR class, which I've been chasing one of these for about 5 years now. And let's just say, when I seen this for the price to come up as, I was not missing out on that. Yes, it's a DC unit, but hence why I got one of the decoders, because then this would be a DCC. And literally 10 minutes after I got home, I put the chip in this. And yeah, so this is what it is. It's in the Stars and Stripes Pacific National Proposed livery. Very nice model. Very happy with that. Typical thing with SDS NRs is they come with a spare pair of horns. So that's pretty good if you ask me, because the horns are pretty easily broken on HO scale models, especially the Australian ones. I find them, because they're very fine scale and fragile, they are easily broken. Like, I remember I've broken a couple of horns on my old B class, on my old B classes and my old A class, my green one. And yeah, I end up getting replacements for them, but yeah. Also, forgot to mention it, with this didn't end up needing a decoder because it's not a powered unit, it's a dummy. It was actually out of the Oxygen bargain bin, so if they had more, I would have gotten if they had a CLF4, say, I would have gotten CLF4 as well as this one, because I want to get all the rail power and SSR CLs, and yeah, because I've now changed up my modelling. I now mainly model SSR, which, yes, that's a very popular sort of company to model. Probably next, I'd say more than Pacific National. Because, yeah. But yeah, I definitely would say it's more popular than Pacific National. Giving that Pacific National in real life is a bigger company than SSR is. But just means models sell quicker. And yeah. So this didn't end up needing the decoder. It doesn't have lights. It doesn't have the motherboard. It doesn't have any sort of electronics to it, to my knowledge. I've done what I do with all my models when I first get them. Put the battery to the bottom of the wheels. I'll show you how I do it. So the battery in question that I use is just a 9-volt battery. So I turn the model upside down in my hands, and I'll do it so the lights and that are facing the camera. Nothing. Whereas I'll grab the NR, hopefully it does it. I don't know if it will because it's got the DC decoder in it now, but hopefully it does. There, you can see it's lights in that door. Go on. With the NR, I will be getting a couple more. I want to get an Oztrains standard Pacific National livery one, and then I want to get a Ozcision one, perhaps one of the Gun or Indian Pacific ones, because I've seen them come through here a few times. Maybe just a standard Pacific National. But yeah, just thought I'd show you what. Right now, what I'll do is I'll pull these out the packet and show you what. Do a little bit of an unboxing. Just pull this one out the carcass out of the packet because it's empty. So as you can see, there's the things, the container. It's pretty generic, but me being me, I'm a Holden fanboy. Always have been, always will be. Not going to pass up a bit of model railway stock that's Holden. They also had Ford ones there, but nah, I'll pass, thanks. So, yeah, got this little flyer, and yeah, well, this little magazine upon entry into the show. I was gonna film at the show, but didn't exactly feel comfortable doing it myself, being out in public and filming. And the day I went, which was a Saturday, it was just packed. So, couldn't really do much filming. Had my little sister with me, and yeah, it was next year I'm not taking her with me. Not that she was the problem. She was absolutely well behaved, perfect, could not complain. But just, yeah, it just made things a lot more of a hassle, the fact that I wanted to film at the show. And yeah, well, hopefully next year, I'll be able to start later this year, early next year, I'll start my layout, which won't be here, because where I am at the moment, I'm at my mum's. I no longer live here, hence why there's no videos here, because where I live, I can't exactly film videos there, because there's always too much noise, and it's just a madhouse. Whereas once I start building the layout at my house, there will be more content coming out, and I will be recording the progress of the layout, which I'm hoping to start later this year, early next year. Yes, this is what's going to be powering the layout. It's just the controller that the club I go to, haven't been in absolutely ages. Desperately need to go back. Love to give the CLP and the NR a good run in, because they've only been run on my little track. Yes, the CLP is probably running already, because the amount of times I'll pull it out, I'll put it on the track, I'll give it a couple of goes up and down and test out the sound functions. Also reminds me, I might actually set up the camera and on a video, actually nah, screw it, why not? Okay, so as you can see, just on the bottom of the screen here is CLP12. She's on the track. Let's get a start up. And hopefully it's a smooth startup because she's temperamental and doesn't always like to start up nicely and smoothly. Well, there's the surprise. Of course, when the camera comes out, she starts up perfectly. Right. So, old time's sake, let's give her a notch up. Now, I personally don't run this above 15 because I don't want to stress the mold itself out. Because these and the C-Class, I've heard and seen a couple of the Dakotas just burn out and go up and smoke. So I don't want to stress the Dakota out. Yes, they're a good brand, but I just don't want to run the risk. I've had this model since March, I believe, March or April. And she hasn't smoked up yet, but I still don't want to run the risk myself. So, yeah. Wait for it to go down. Excuse me. Short horn. Long horn. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, shutdown sequence. Typical. Literally every time. Every time. Unless she's completely warmed up, like sitting there idling on speed step 5 for like 10 minutes. Otherwise she won't shut down like she should. I'll give it another start up so we can hopefully get the nice shutdown, but I doubt it personally. It's like the IRL logo X50, you never know with it if it's going to be temperamental or if she's going to cooperate. Hence why if you watch my videos and you hear me refer to a logo as the temperamental see you next Tuesday, it's because she's literally a temperamental so-and-so. I think out of the past 5 years, she spent pretty much 2.5, 3 years out of service getting work done because she just throwing parts left, right and centre. Majority of the time, it's her bogies that have issues. Pretty sure last time they end up swapping her bogies out, so yeah. Take 2. For once, shut stands nicely. Alright, so I'll just take that off, that out of idle. But now if I put it in reverse and reverse, hopefully you'll hear the air brakes release. For once, when I want it to work, it works. Yeah. Enough of that. Right, just to recap, and also with this NR, I'll just take the CLP off the track. It's fine. Everything's switched off. Pop her onto the track so she can have her 5 minutes of fame. Right, I'll just change the loco address off camera. Yeah. Okay, so I've got the controller switched to the loco's address, which is what the loco's number, which is 78. Like CLP12, she's set to 12, and CLP2 doesn't have a number because she hasn't got a decoder in her. Hence, literally why, in this packet, you can see the blanking plate fleet NR, which is this little one here, and then another decoder, which that decoder is broken, so I just didn't use it. I broke it when I was installing it in the NR. Yes, a few words slipped out. No, I wasn't happy because that's a $55 decoder and I don't have $55 to be slinging around every day. breaking decoders. But yeah, this NR, she will be getting her DCC sound fitted. This model actually runs pretty quick. It runs faster than the CLP. It's got a good amount of torque to it. I would remove the foam bits, but after this video, I'm just going to put it back in its box and put it away because I'm going home tomorrow. So yeah, she will eventually have sound, as I want all my locos to have sound apart from the dummy ones. Yes, as you might know, this is in the ex-GWA/ARG livery, but it's not actually a GWA or ARG loco anymore. It's actually owned by Rail Power, who is a company that has, pardon me, Rail Power owns, out of the CLs, they own CLF2, which is active at the moment and currently with SSR running. They own CLF4, which is currently getting work done to it. They've just bought back earlier this year CLP13 and renamed her White Knight, which is pretty cool. She looks like Caspar. And they're currently working on getting CLP11 running again, which is very cool in my opinion. SSR-wise, CL-wise, what they have CLF1, which unfortunately was in a crash a few years back, and she's currently awaiting scrapping, so I've been told, unfortunately. But apparently she's beyond repair, so it is what it is, I guess. They also have CLF3, which looked like Caspar or CLP12, if you don't know him by name. And she was called Space Ghost when she was white. But last year, SSR repainted her into the same Australian National Passenger style livery like GM27 had and S317 had. So yeah, and she's also been renamed to Jason Ferguson, which is one of the SSR employees, which is pretty cool that they like name locos after their employees. I find that awesome. CLP wise, SSR obviously have CLP12, and they have the Decision Promotional Livery loco, which is CLP9. And yeah, that's enough of me rambling on. I've probably talked your ear off too long now. As for the channel wise, yes, I'm still doing content. It's just taking me a while due to some circumstances and stuff's going on. But there will be more videos coming. I can promise you that. I'm hoping in the next month or two, I'll be making another video. Probably, hopefully here, because it's quieter and I don't have to deal with my other family members, unfortunately, because they are just annoying. Which won't even open that can of worms. Or, hopefully I'll be able to make it in the shed. Yes, I need to get in the shed and clean it up before I do the layout, which is going to kill me. But, oh well. If it means I can have my trains out in the shed and I can run my trains on a cool layout, I'm all for cleaning it up. I'll happily do the hard yards and clean it up before I start building. Which, no, I don't know much about building, but I've got some friends that'll happily help me. But yeah, and I'll end up just using their tools. Probably stealing my older brother's tools because he's awesome and I love him. And yeah. So, no, this won't be the only Pacific National I get, hopefully this year, if not early next year, because Australian are doing the 2nd and 3rd X classes. And speaking of X50, I want X50 with sound, because that's just going to be unreal. Who knows, if the X's get here before I buy another NR with sound, well, looks like I'm going to have to just throw X50 with NR78 and run them together. I'll probably have to tweak the CVs on this to slow this down and speed match it to the X, because this does run pretty quick. I tried to do a double header with my CLP the other day and didn't go so well. The NR just wanted to take off and rip the wheels out from under CLP12. So I just stopped them, pulled NR78 off, changed the address on it, and yeah, just ignored the birds in the background. They always fight, I don't know why. Thought they were a boy and a girl, but yeah, be quiet please while I'm trying to record. Yeah. The next video that hopefully comes out will be on a new model, which is going to be a B class. I am super keen to get my B class because, spoiler alert, I'm getting B65 in Oz-Cision livery. Unfortunately, she's no longer around. In early May, she was cut up, unfortunately, but same with S302, they were both cut up at Bendigo, BRW, whatever you want to call it. Bendigo North Workshops, that's the one. They were both in the same boat as CLF1, just not in a crashed state. They both suffered fires and mechanical failures, and it was just, they were too far gone. B65 had been sitting around since about 2018. So yeah, it was about time they put her out for misery, to be honest. But yeah. I will also be chasing a couple more CLs from Oz-Cision. Hopefully I can get them all with sound. I'm not gonna lie, if I can get like the production sample of CLF3, I will be happy with that in her current form as Jason Ferguson. I'd love that. I want to get powered wise, I want to get CLF1. I'm dreaming if I'm getting CLP9 because they release those limited quantities. Hopefully when the rerun comes around, I'll be able to get one. If not, looks like I might have to drop $1,000 or maybe around $700 for a DC model and just get it fitted with sound from someone. Haven't made up yet, but yeah, then I'll get CLF4, same livery as CLF2 in the rail power, and when the rerun comes around, fingers crossed, CLP13, well, CLP11 will be back. And I want to get CLP13 when they do the rerun, but we all know Oz-Cision that won't be for another 10 years because their last N-class rerun was in like 2015 or whatever it was when they first made the Ns. And yeah, they're only just doing a rerun now, for Christ's sake. Come on, give us the N-class already. And stop teasing us with the N-sets. We want the models. We want them now. When the A's come out, the new run of A's, I'm hopefully going to be able to secure an A70. I was meant to pre-order it at the Amra show, but Oz-Cision were packed, they were swarmed. And I thought, you know what, I'll just wait till they get released. I won't bug them at the show when they're swamped with people, probably frustrated out of their minds. I'm like, I'll give them a break. I'll hold off until they get released. And then I'll probably just chuck one on lay-by down at your local hobby store. Funnily enough, isn't even local, it's in Melbourne. So take with that as you will. Same with the N-class when they get here. Hopefully they don't sell out. I know the orange and grey models are all sold out, but I'm chasing one of the PCV ones because